And welcome back. All right, so we're more than 2 weeks out from Thanksgiving, a little bit more than 2 weeks until Christmas. And this time of year, do you ever feel like you can't stop eating everything that's not nailed down, right? Carb cravings and then some. Well, there's actually some science behind it. With a little bit less daylight, if those shorter days we're dealing with, it could affect the chemicals that impact our mood, right? Serotonin. We'll dive more into that in a second. But I put this out there asking some of you, how do you feel about it this time of year? Do you feel like you just can't get enough carbs? And what are your go-to carbs? Well, it turns out, according to science, this all ties into a correlation between seasonal affective disorder and our carb cravings. And as we zoom into what some of you had to say regarding what are your go-to must-haves, some people, including Catherine Ann, said, oh yeah, it has to be all of them. And for Jen, she basically said, I was craving kind of everything and I need to tone it down at least until Christmas. So if you're feeling like Jen as well, we got you covered. Help us here to put the skip back in your step.
If you've been feeling a bit off your game lately and don't know why, it could be seasonal depression.
This is truly reflective of the fact that we're having shorter days, which means that we're having less sunlight exposure.
Seasonal affective disorder is the type of depression that affects about 5% of the population.
And due to the ever-changing stress surrounding the pandemic, health experts say some of these symptoms may hit those who are prone to depression a bit harder this year.
When the time changes, we see a lot of different things that people will experience. The reality is that there are true physiologic changes, meaning biochemical changes that are occurring in our body. So when the light becomes less, our melatonin starts to be produced and it makes us feel more sleepy.
Then there's serotonin on the other hand, the key hormone that stabilizes our mood. And when it decreases this time of year,
there's a lot of craving for sweet food and carbohydrates,
which makes some of us feel like we could just eat everything that's not nailed down.
Why do we always go after carbs?
When we eat carbohydrates, they increase our blood sugar, which can give us a little bit of an energy boost. And they also do encourage serotonin production, that happiness feeling.
But registered dietitian Beth Stark adds it's those quick pick-me-ups we got to be careful of.
For simple carbohydrates that have added sugar, so candies and sweets, ice creams and sugary drinks, we may desire those, but really they're going to crash our blood sugar and can end up leaving you feel even more sluggish and tired.
Her advice?
To really focus on high fiber, protein rich, healthy fats in those times of cravings. So eating fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins.
AKA foods that'll make you feel fuller longer. Research also shows prepping your meals ahead of time while controlling the portion sizes can make a difference in how you feel, well beyond your waistline. It's something fitness expert and owner of FitAF Nutrition, Jordan Galasso, has helped hundreds in our area figure out with his healthy meal prep company. Jordan shared a few of his insider tips for those of us who just always seem to be hungry.
My life hacks are consuming foods that take up a lot of space, anything that we can consume more of without packing in calories to convince our bodies that we're eating a lot of food. So swapping out things like regular rice with cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles over regular noodles.
In addition to planning your meals ahead of time with those foods that'll help keep you fueled, working out can also help you get your groove back.
Exercise also plays an important role because it helps increase the feel-good chemicals in our brain.
Not to mention our willpower around certain foods.
The more you can get outside, get that fresh air and sunshine, the better.
And if healthier eating, regular exercise, and proper sleep just aren't doing the trick,
So please make sure that you do talk to your primary care.
You know you. So if changes in your mood are impacting you more than they normally do, go talk to somebody, have it properly diagnosed.
And a few other tips from the health experts Newswatch 16 chatted with. Stay social, whether that's virtually or if you feel comfortable doing that in person. And if you are diagnosed with a form of seasonal affective disorder, some doctors may prescribe light therapy boxes. They're not for everybody, depending on certain health conditions. We have more information on that, a lot more research, and you can connect with the experts we featured at WNEP.com/websites. And something that might put the pep back in your step, Milo is talking about warmer temperatures in the forecast. Hey, Joe.